Okay guys, this is my first modeling tutorial and I'm going to do this because a friend of mine from Flickr asked. His name is Paul and he's from California. He asked me how I do my foiling job and I'm going to show him how I do it. First thing, you have to have the tools. What are the tools? One brand new number 11 blade on your hobby knife, a piece of rag. In this case I like to cut pieces of old shirts to do this. A little bit of cotton, just regular cotton, and some bare metal foil. You can do this with regular household aluminum foil too, but you have to glue it with water-based glue, and it's a messy job, and I only could do it after I was used to do the job with bare metal. So this is the best stuff to start. Well, I bought some time ago from a friend this already built 1955 Chevy Nomad. It's an old AMT kit he built in 1999 and it's holding itself pretty good, but the foil took a lot of a beating because this model was inside of a box, I think, and with things hitting it, so the foil has some defects, and the dirt corroded the foil too, because the foil is metal. So I decided to replace the foil on the model to make it look a lot better, but I won't touch the paint because I think my friend did a pretty good job painting this model and I don't want to mess with his paint. So I'm gonna take my bare metal foil and I'm gonna re-foil this first piece here on the front fender of the 55 Chevy. I'm gonna do it in two parts. I could do it in one part, but it would be a lot more complicated. So I'm gonna do it in two parts. And the real Chevy had a division here. This was not a one-piece trim, so it's even more realistic this way. First, I'm gonna cover this lip here with bare metal foil, just like it is here, but here you can see it's old foil, so it's corroded. If you keep your model inside a box or inside someplace where it is safe from dust or marine air, it won't happen. I have a lot of very old models and the foil is still intact. Let's start this. I cut a little piece of foil in a size I think will be enough to cover the Chevy A-brow, let's say. Good. Good. Great. Now you take your piece of cotton and start to smooth the foil. Okay, be careful at this point not to displace the foil and not to rupture the foil, which is, believe me, very easy to do. Like the foil says on its packaging, it is the answer for a modeler's prayers, but you have to know how to work with it, and it's not that easy to get the hang of. Well, it's more or less shaped. Now you take your rag to do the finer job with your fingernail. Here. Try to eliminate all imperfections, all from the foil. Try to make it super smooth. Don't be afraid to put pressure on it. At this point. Okay? Well, we are pretty much done here. Let's cut the excess foil. You have to be very careful to follow the line around the trim perfectly, or you'll have something very odd looking. And now you can see how the excess can be easily removed. Take your rag again. See? You're halfway there. Now with the upper part. Very careful. Very careful. Okay. Now with your hobby knife you can start lifting very carefully the excess. Now you take your rag again and I do this to ensure that when I lifted the excess, I didn't lift it any part of the foil that it's supposed to be in the model, on the model. So after, when I decided to buff the model, I could accidentally push the foil out, and this helps a lot. What I'm doing here now to prevent that accident from happening. And see, now we have a perfectly foiled lip here with brand new foil. Now let's do the rest. Let's do a measure here, more or less what we need here to here. always in excess. With a big piece like this, it's good if you take it this point before you remove it, because if you don't do that, it will roll over itself and you're going to lose your piece. Now, place it over the part you have already foiled, and over the trim the better you can. Cotton, little cotton piece. Now, rag and the good old fingernail to form the contours. Let's do the same other side here. Perfect. Perfect. Now, let's cut the foil. And here. Good. Now, let's remove the excess foil very carefully. Done. This excess foil won't go to the trash. You can use it again. Still has glue on the back. Now, this little piece here, this I won't be able to salvage. At least I can't. More experienced maulers maybe can, but I can't. Now, with the rag, let's do it again here. Reset the foil like I used to do. On the other side. And it's done. Like you can see, it's done. Look the difference between the new foil and the old foil. And that's my cat Lindsay saying hi. Thanks for watching.